The Ruthless Aggression era was arguably one of the most underrated times of WWE history. There was some bad points, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of magic in that era. Spurred off the back of wrestlers like John Cena and Randy Orton, who are still around right now. Today we're going to start a brand new series where we are only drafting Ruthless Aggression wrestlers only. And they had to be on the main roster, which at the time was only SmackDown, Raw, and really you could class ECW, as long as they had debuted for one of those three in the years between 2002 and 2008, then they qualify. So I got a feeling people like Sheamus, who was 2009 on the main roster, he doesn't qualify. So I hope you get that kind of gist of it. I have gone through and I've created a custom database for this roster, so let's get going. Now, we're going to go with Stephanie McMahon because she was quite prevalent around the time of the Ruthless Aggression era. Although, to be fair, William Regal was actually a wrestler there. He was wrestling. So we'll go with William Regal, and he has the Legend Whisperer card, and there are quite a few legends who might be available for us that was available in the Ruthless Aggression database. Now, I'm going to go with Raw for this. I usually go for SmackDown, of course, but I quite like the difference of going to Raw this time round, and we'll use SmackDown as our rival. We get that 3 randomly selected superstars, but we can't use it the week before a pay-per-view. I need to remember that. Now, this is a brand new series, which means we're going to do 5 episodes today, and we're going to spectate a match at the end of each pay-per-view, and we got 5 episodes to do that in. So from today all the way forward onto the weekend, you need to make sure you are subscribed because we are going to bring you an episode every single day. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Like I mentioned, brand new series. We're only going to do 25 weeks so each episode is going to be 5 weeks long, including obviously the pay-per-view with that match at the end. Our opposing brand is going to be SmackDown. So why don't we go with Stephanie McMahon? I absolutely despised her. Quite a lot of the time, actually. It wasn't just Ruthless Aggression era. But we despised her quite a lot during the Ruthless Aggression era. We're going to go on hard, obviously. Now, with the fact that we have the tag team title belts, I've only actually won 1 challenge doing hard mode now since, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll go custom database, and I already have selected there the Ruthless Aggression era. I'm going to leave it a surprise as some of the names that pop up. So let's get this underway then and see who we're going to draft first, because of course there are some big names who are still available on this day and age roster that we can pick up, but there is the big one, The Rock. Hollywood Rock was one of my favorite things ever. Of course, The Rock was my favorite wrestler ever. Hulk Hogan's there, of course, he was around. Papa Shango, because The Godfather was around, not Papa Shango himself. Scott Hall. Now, one of the things as well, there's going to be 2 lots of Scott Hall, 2 lots of Kevin Nash. I'm only going to be able to pick one at a time. And what I'm going to do is if I see the other one and I fancy a gimmick change, then maybe I'll change them. But for now, let's go with The Rock. He is my favorite wrestler of all time. It would be rude not to go for The Rock. Women wrestlers are going to be difficult in this because there isn't a lot. I'll be honest with you, there's Beth Phoenix. Chyna wasn't around. Mickie James. And I can't actually remember if there was anybody else. And I didn't really want to go and download any other customs. So let's take a look at this. And we've got The Rock so far. We got a Bruiser there. So Rock is a specialist. So it doesn't matter who else we pick up. Eric Bischoff is there as well. I could have gone through and like changed all the popularity so they weren't as intense of the price. But what I might do is go a little bit further down. We've got Rey Mysterio there. That's a great pickup if we do go for him. Now, there's going to be The Miz. The Miz actually is a great shout. The Miz and Bobby Lash. Let's go with The Miz. I'm thinking price-wise to begin with. Make sure we've got enough money. They've gone with Big Papa Shango. Oh, okay. Big Papa Shango was there. Now, remember, we can sign these other guys later on. It doesn't matter if we lose them now. It doesn't mean that we never get to see them. So, I'm not too worried about if they get picked up or if they don't get picked up at all. That's not going to bother me too much because we can always go back and get them at another time. I want to make sure I'm getting the best for value wrestlers, including John Morrison. John Morrison was around. Eminem, do you remember them? They were very good. Dexter Lumis, that's absolutely fine. Why have they released Dexter Lumis recently? What an idiot. Whoever made that decision, absolute idiot. Let's go from the bottom up and see who the cheapest is going to be. Natalia was not. Maurice, however, was. That's interesting. Let's go with Maurice, because I did see Beth Phoenix. So we can go for Maurice and Beth Phoenix at some point. But let's go a little bit further up and see if we can find anybody else who are fairly cheap, or at least somewhat, maybe not. Let's go and then find somebody. Mickie James, there we go. Right, Mickie James and Maurice, that's a good rivalry that we can start off with there. We'll go back up. I'll go for women first, and just see, because there's still a lot of men there, and I know there's not going to be a lot of women. So Beth Phoenix, and she matches up perfectly against Maurice. So to me, that makes complete sense. We'll go with them. So then we have at least 3, but we do need a 4th, and I can't actually remember if there is a 4th. So what I might have to do is just sign a jobber, just do the tag team belts, possibly. But we'll see about that as we go forward. Maybe I won't do that for the first episode, and then you guys can let me know. Yeah, because there's nobody else. So if I can't find anybody else, because I don't remember if there is a 4th person, let me know if you're okay with me using a jobber, so the fact that we can get the women's tag team belts on at least a couple of the women there. Because, yeah, all of these, they weren't debuted until even quite recently, to be fair, a lot of them. So we'll ignore that for now. And we'll go on to the men's side of things, because people like MVP was very prevalent back in the Ruthless Aggression era, and I absolutely loved a bit of MVP when he first burst onto the scene, so that's fantastic. Right, so we've got a little bit of money now, still left, and we have, what, 7 wrestlers there. Okay, now, do I make some big decisions and go for a lot of money here in one of these guys? Or do I go a little bit further down? I mean, we got the likes of Bobby Lashley there. I think we should go with Bobby Lashley because he matches up quite well against a couple of our wrestlers despite them being heels. We can always change that in the future because, of course, we've got a big roster to fill now. Even though there is a lot of wrestlers at our disposal, they're costing us a lot of money, and it doesn't mean that we'll be able to use them all. So I think these are the only ones. Jinder Mahal, I checked, was too early. Brian Kendrick might have been around. Of course he was. I'll just double check just to make sure, because I didn't want anybody to have a go at me in the comments. We'll go with Brian Kendrick then. That's a nice little pickup, which means we can go for a giant as well. And I've seen a couple there, including Rikishi, and I like Rikishi. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. We'll go with Rikishi right now. So they're going to go with Tamina there. I think now I'll go for Rey Mysterio. That gives us about 400 left. Do I go for one of the big boys? Hulk, Scott Hall, Booker T, Kevin Nash, or Eric Bischoff? Okay, so how many have I got so far? So I've got 13. No, only got 11. I'm not going to be able to get as many as what I really hoped. We are going to be struggling to begin with. I think it makes sense if I go with Kevin Nash. Just for the simple reason then that we've got 2 cruisers and 2 giants. And then we compare them off against each other. So that makes sense to me. But I think we could be struggling in getting anybody else. Yeah, we were not going to have enough money to get anybody else from the Ruthless Aggression era. So we might have to call it a day there. I will go double check through all of these wrestlers. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that none of them were around back then. So, okay. I think we're good to go. I think this is our main roster for the Ruthless Aggression era. Now, it's a shame we can't pick up anybody else because there are, of course, I would love to use somebody like Eric Bischoff, Booker T, Scott Hall, and Hulk Hogan, but that's not to say we won't ever see them again. Okay, let's confirm our draft. It's a great draft, don't get me wrong. But I do wish that they weren't as expensive as what some of them are. And I just need to keep hold of them now. Okay, not bad. Are they going to pick up anybody else from the Ruthless Aggression era? I don't think they are. They're going to go with Natalya there. They are going to ignore a lot of the big guys there. So they could still be available for us in the future, which is obviously fantastic. We've got a little bit of money. So the only one that they went for there, by the looks of it, is Papa Shango, the Godfather, which is this fine by me if they go for Papa Shango. He actually is their highest popularity superstar as well, but we've got the bloody Rock. So, I mean, we're laughing, to be honest, aren't we? We are absolutely laughing. Now, we've got to pick our champions as well. So we just have a quick chat with Triple H. Debut show tonight. I was born for this, said William Regal. Oh, and Stephanie Oh, she's running her mouth already. I can't stand her. Just get out of the way. Just leave me alone. I'm going to smash you. Not in that way. Come on. Let's be serious. She's a married woman. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, Stephanie. Let's go then. Okay, I'm going to pick my champion. The Rock was champion quite often. Bobby Lashley, he was champion. The Miz, I don't think he was champion at that point. Rey Mysterio, of course, won it quite famously. Let's go with The Rock. It makes sense to go for The Rock. The women, Beth Phoenix. Has to be, doesn't it? Has to be Beth Phoenix. I might actually make Mickie James a heel as well. She was a lot more favourable to me when she was a heel back in the day. 174,000. Is there anybody available for us right now? It doesn't look like it. Alright, so we're going to have to go forward. Hulk Hogan there again. On 10 weeks, it's 130. If you get him for 10 weeks, I'll look into it. I don't think I will, but I'll look into it. Right, well, I've decided to use our Legend Whisperer card straight away, and I've brought in Batista because he matches up perfectly with John Morrison. So I don't get why Batista has the black pants. It's not a look I've ever seen him wear anyway, but still, him versus John Morrison. We then have The Miz doing a self-promo, but let's emulate and go for this. So we've got 2 Extreme Rules matches, a tables match, and the middle and the end as well. So that's a good match, level 1 rivalry. The Miz is going to do a self-promo for us. Excellent promo, +6 popularity. Rikishi and Rey Mysterio. He's going to go up against Brian Kendrick and Kevin Nash. So they match up perfectly against each other. It's for the tag team titles. And the winners are Rikishi and Rey Mysterio. It's an amazing match too. Oh, we misjudged how good that was going to be. Mickie James is going to do a role change. It's a good promo. Okay, she's now a heel. We then have Beth Phoenix versus Maurice. Tables match, 1-on-1 for the women's title. Will Beth Phoenix retain? No, we have a new champion, and it is Maurice. Amazing match again. Oh dear. Well, this main event needs to be a banger. It's The Rock versus MVP, but Bobby Lashley is going to do a run-in. I actually think we've got 2 mid-card matches here. Are going to be better than our opener and our main, which is not a good thing. Bobby Lashley versus The Rock, though. I like the sound of that. That could be our first title match at this first pay-per-view that we're going to be spectating. The Rock still wins, though. It's only a good match, but it's no rivalry. What is happening there? Now we're up against 3 title matches, including the Papa Shango versus Dexter Lumis for the Universal Championship. So they're also going and running with a Ruthless Aggression era wrestler in the main card there. But there we go. So our expectation of the drama curve was all sorts of wrong. We did get that completely the wrong way. We gained 82,000 fans there, and that is basically because of the wrong way that we've got that round, right? So that's fine. Beth Phoenix and Maurice are both good at tables matches, so that's good. We need to remember that. We only gained 18,000 fans, $18,000, sorry. But we do gain an injury rehab, and that's the reason why we had the run-in. I think we need to be really careful in these early years, or these early weeks, sorry, of injuries, because we don't have a very big roster. 83,000 is what they gained as well, so they are ranked number 1, but it's very tight at the top there by 1,000 fans. Week number 2 then, and there are some massive names of the Ruthless Aggression era that are in the free agency list. Of course, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, and even a Stone Cold Steve Austin is there. Still no Randy Orton. I am missing Randy Orton. Maybe if I've missed Randy Orton, I'm going to be fuming. I really hope that they haven't done him. If they've signed him, then yeah, I'm screwed, because that's one that I really wanted. But anyway, now, week number 2. This is what we're looking like. We're going to start off with that title match that we had in last week's, in fact, 2 of the title matches that we had last week. Maurice versus Beth Phoenix. It is Maurice's hometown of Montreal, Canada. So she wants to have a match. So what better feeling than to come out in the opener and defend your belt? Maurice, we'll see how you do. We got MVP doing a self-promo. Then we got Brian Kendrick and Kevin Nash versus Rey Mysterio and Rikishi, again for the title. It turns out that Brian Kendrick and Kevin Nash work well as a tag team, so that's perfect for us. Going forward, Mickie James doing a charity work. Batista versus The Miz, with John Morrison doing the run-in because he has a rivalry with Batista. And then in the main event, it's The Rock versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. The commissioner goal was to book our least popular available superstar for a match, and we get the health spa for that. That was Brian Kendrick. So, yeah, we're doing all right here. We've got a couple more show logistics, including concert hall, backstage, basic lights, and cameo appearances. This should be a better show than the one we had last week, because I think we structured it a little bit better. Okay, Maurice, can you retain in your hometown? No. Beth Phoenix wins the Women's Championship in an amazing match too. Fair play. MVP is a good promo, +3 for popularity. Then we got Brian Kendrick, Kevin Nash. Can you win the tag team titles? Yes, you can. New champions again. Great match too, level 2 rivalry. Mickie James for charity. It's a good promo. Batista versus The Miz with John Morrison. This is arguably our worst match on the card, I think. The Miz is the winner, costing the match. It's an okay match. Does nothing for the rivalry. Definitely need to get that on a t-shirt. The Rock versus Bobby Lashley. It's just a normal match because I'm worried about stamina, but it is for the WWE Championship. Who wins, The Rock or Bobby? The Rock retains. Did we get anything? New rivalry, and it's a great match. Good. Right. Okay, I feel a little bit better about myself. We have 2 title matches there to contend with, including the women's tag team titles in a tables match. That, I reckon, will be a good match. Yeah, I thought it would be a 4-star match. I've seen who they put in it. It's usually the ones that you like to see in there. So 2 specialists and a cruiser and a giant. So they've matched them up really well. But we did beat him in the other 2 matches there, and we matched their mid-card. So I think overall we should have had a better show. Hell of a show there at Raw. 96,000 fans. That's what I'm talking about. Plus $33,000. That's good. Nice bit of money there. Get the health span. Nice. We're still ranked number 1 because they only got 84,000 fans. So we actually got more fans than what they did. So we've pulled back the lead, and now we're ahead by about 12,000 there. So yeah, good start from us there from week number 2. Easy one then for week number 3. We're going to start off with that tag team match again for the titles. Hey, if you can put the titles on every week and it increases the rating, then why not? Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick, of course, have just won it. Rey Mysterio and Rikishi want their rematch. Bobby Lashley is then going to call out The Rock because we only have a level 1 rivalry right there. Then we got Beth Phoenix versus Mickie James, but Maurice is going to do a run-in in this match, so it gives Mickie James her first match there. The Miz is then going to do something for charity. We then have Batista versus John Morrison in a level 1 rivalry so far, and The Rock is going to go up against MVP in the main event. Right. Okay, show logistics, optional bonuses on each one. We are good to go. We're putting on good shows. I think this one won't be as good as last week's, but I still think it will be a good one. We've only got normal matches because of stamina purposes. I'm very aware that stamina could be a huge problem for us going forward until we start getting money. So that's a great match there. You can still get good enough ratings even just by getting just the simple normal matches. I didn't see what The Rock... what the call out was there. I didn't see whether it went up 1. Level 2 though for this one, so that's decent. The Miz, good promo, 5,000 fans. Batista versus John Morrison. I'd like to see this one come up again. John Morrison does pick up the win this time round. It doesn't. That's so bizarre. The Rock versus MVP then. How does this one play out? The Rock is the winner. Of course he is. He is the champ right now. Rivalry complete. Rivalry complete. Anybody else confused by that one? Okay, great match by The Rock there. I'm so confused. There are still so many bugs and stability problems with this game that it really needs to be fixed soon. Really does. We did quite well though. We beat them in that first mid-card, which means overall we should have won this week. But oh my god, I'm so confused. It still says rivalry complete there, even though it says Lashley and Rock level 1. So yeah, I have no idea. 84,000 fans. We gained $41,000. We might be at the point where we can look at signing somebody on a 5-week deal to give us a little bit of money, but maybe not as much. $75,000. Yeah, 75,000 fans there, $50,000 for SmackDown. So nowhere near as much as us again. So we have extended our lead on week 3. All right, we might be coming over some problems here. We don't have enough baby faces. I think we only have 4 or 5 on the roster, which does mean that when The Rock doesn't actually have a match, we have to put on 2 heels against each other. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Beth Phoenix versus Maurice. That is going to be the opening contest. We're at Beth Phoenix's hometown now, so we've already been to Maurice. Now we've got Beth Phoenix, so we might as well put the title online again. Then we've got Batista versus John Morrison, but what I'm actually going to do is switch those 2 around. Miz versus MVP. They're both heels. It should be an okay match, but I'm going to get told off by Trips for running a heel versus heel match, but that's fine. Mickie James is going to do a promo. Then we got the Bobby Lashley calling out The Rock and The Rock calling out Bobby Lashley. It's only a level 1 rivalry right now, and we're 1 week away from the pay-per-view, so if we can get that to level 3, perfect. Then our main event is the tag team titles, Rikishi and Rey versus Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick for the title. It's all normals matches other than the tables match because they got high stamina. Other than that, we're not going to worry about it. But all optional bonuses. Let's see how this show does. There was a few people available in the free agency list, including Eric Bischoff and Vince McMahon, but there was no baby faces. So I decided to keep my money until we get to the week after the first pay-per-view. Beth Phoenix versus Maurice. This is what I want to see. Maurice is the winner there. So that's an amazing match, a level 3 rivalry. So Beth Phoenix now lost her title. Mickie James is going to do a promo, though. It's an okay promo. Good. The Miz versus MVP. How does this one do? Even though it's heel versus heel, The Miz picks up the win. It's a dull match. New rivalry? Why? Come on. Good, there we go. So that's a level 2 to level 3. I don't think it is, because it's only a level 1 right now. Batista versus John Morrison needs to go up 1, because this is ridiculous how long this is taking. There we go. It's a level 2 rivalry. Then we got The Rock versus Bobby Lashley. Here we go. So does this one? This one goes to level 3. There we go. So that's an excellent promo from The Rock. As expected, he's always been the best on the mic, and that goes to level 3, so we should have a payoff at the first pay-per-view. Good. And Rikishi and Rey versus Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick. Let's see how this one plays out. 3, 2, 1. Brian Kendrick, Kevin Nash are the champions in a great match. However, it doesn't do anything for the rivalry, and I've got a feeling that was only a level 2. So that's annoying. Is it me or Casey Catanzaro look massive in that? She looks huge. Right, okay, we'll confirm and just simulate. Oh dear, wow. That 1-star match has killed our match. Killed our event. But still, I think we did alright there. I think we did alright. Papa Shango's their new champion, by the way, so that's hilarious. We're getting 74,000 fans. We only getting $38,000. We got a double cost, though, for not putting The Rock in a match. That's the reason why I did that. Then we have 69,000 there, so I think we did get a little bit more than $30,000. So they are really struggling for money here, which is hilarious. And we are doing all right, to be fair. Like, we got a good amount of money. We got almost, 100,000 more than them, and we have quite a lot, about 25,000 more fans going into the first pay-per-view. But we're going to watch the main event, remember, so let's see how that one plays out in the next week. On this day, we welcome Edge to the roster. Now we've got Edge and Beth Phoenix. We've got Miz and Maurice. If only you could do mixed match tags, but you can't. So, yeah. But we signed Edge anyway. It's a 5-week contract. It didn't cost us a lot either. One of my favourite all-time wrestlers, especially in the Ruthless Aggression era. Absolutely loved him. So I'm glad we can bring him in because at this point as well, he is a babyface. I know in Ruthless Aggression he was predominantly one of the best heels around, but for now, we really need baby faces, so let's keep him there. And he's a specialist too, so he works quite well with everybody. A wrestler that I would love to keep around for this whole journey. So we have booked WrestleMania Backlash, and it's a good job we managed to sign Edge, because else we'd have a dull match again. So for now, we got Beth Phoenix versus Maurice in the opener. It's a tables match as well. Then we've got Batista versus John Morrison. We've got the tag match, which I need to make a title match. There we go. So each match there are going to be tables matches, and the ones in between is just going to be normal matches. Not for money reasons, but for stamina reasons, because a lot of them are really struggling. Then we've got MVP for charity, Mickie James for charity, trying to get those fans in. Edge is going to make his debut versus The Miz, because that's just perfect, isn't it? Then the main event is The Rock versus Big Bobby Lashley, which we are going to witness in today's episode. So, the show logistics, we're getting our optional bonuses in, we're getting the pay-per-view bonus as well. I'm really excited for this first pay-per-view, I must admit. But I'm really, really hoping it's just better than what SmackDown have for us. So Beth Phoenix versus Maurice. Who is going to be the champion? And it is Maurice. Wow. Okay. Classic as well. Rivalry complete. That's really good. Although I was kind of hoping it'd be Beth Phoenix so that she could have a match with Mickie James, but there we go. That's fine. MVP. Good promo. Nice. Batista versus John Morrison. After this, we might need to give Batista a bit of a rest as well, because he is also struggling a lot with stamina. So, how does he do? He still wins, though. He still picks up the win. It's a level 3 rivalry. Mickie James then for charity. Excellent promo there. Kevin Nash, Brian Kendrick, Rey Mysterio, and Rikishi. Let's see. For the titles as well, in the tables match, Kevin Nash and Brian Kendrick win. They are the champions then. Amazing match. There's nothing for the rivalry. That rivalry is going to go on for the next pay-per-view. I've got a feeling. I might even want to watch it. We'll find out. Let me know down in the comments. If you'd like to watch the tag match, then we will. Of course, the last time we started watching matches, the Hell in a Cell match, easily the best match you've ever seen in your life, a lot of people have said. Edge versus The Miz. Edge on his debut versus The Miz. Of course, he picks up the win on this day. I love that so much. And it's a new rivalry to kick things off as well for Edge. It's only a mediocre match, though. That is boring. Okay, The Rock versus Big Bobby Lashley. We're going to spectate. I'm not taking control. I'm not going to affect anything. I just want to see it. But let me tell you something. If The Rock doesn't win, I might cry. Or I might stop doing the series right here and then. I'm only joking. This series is going to go on for 5 episodes. That's why you need to be subscribed. Let's spectate this match and find out. Well, here he comes. Big Bobby Lashley. The Almighty. I must admit that I do like his new entrance that they give him. I do like it on Raw. It's, yeah. Happy with that. Okay. Big Bobby. Coming out. We'll just let him do that bit. Lovely. Beautiful. Then we'll go on to the best entrance in all of professional wrestling. Oh, Bobby. You aren't ready for this, mate. You aren't going to be ready for this smoke. There he is. Oh, the Brahma Bull. I absolutely love it. The People's Champion. He is The Rock. As a babyface as well. Had a very good rivalry with Triple H, if I remember rightly, in 2000, where he got screwed over by Vince McMahon. At WrestleMania, I think it was as well, in the Fatal 4-Way elimination match. Really did feel like that was his time to win the championship, but hey, it's Triple H, so when heel Triple H was really good in 2000, The Rock should have been champion at the end of that. I think he did actually win in the end, take it off him, but then, of course, he went on to be Hollywood superstar. But there we go, The Rock entering into WrestleMania Backlash. And this is what they're fighting for. The WWE World Championship. Really hope they change the belts. They're boring, aren't they? Okay, let's get straight into it. Alright then. Big lockup? No. Just some strikes. Already The Rock slap. I love it. When he's a heel, he spits on it. When he isn't, he doesn't. Which I think is brilliant. A couple of atomic drops. Oh, hello. A big kick as well. Bobby Lashley. How's your plums? Oh, big punch. Big strikes. And again. Oh, he's dominating. This is complete domination. Remember, this is a tables match. The winner can only be crowned once he has put his opponent through a table, or they accidentally put themselves through one like I did. Big DDT. I like it. The classic Rock DDT. Volley to the back as well. Big stomps. It has been all The Rock so far. It's been all the People's Champion, but the Almighty is now coming back. It's a massive vertical suplex. The Rock is like 6'4", 200 plus whatever he is pounds, and he is lifting him up with ease. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. A little bit early for the taunts though, I would say. A little bit early for the taunts. Big strike. You don't want to piss off The Rock though. Gets him off on the shoulders. Rock's fighting back. He's off. There's the slaps again. Sends him off into the ropes. Comes back. Oh, he holds himself. Rock blocks though. Oh, it's back and forth. It is back and forth. Maybe a German. That is an unbelievable suplex. I need to do that. I need to do that. Remember, you can watch me wrestle live this week on Friday. The link down in the description. I'm in 2 matches. Let me tell you that. I'm in 2 matches on this Friday's episode of Unit 10. You can find the link in my description, or the Academy's link. It's not on this channel, but you can watch me wrestle. Massive elbow drop there from the top by Bobby Lashley. But one of these guys needs to go in and get a table. Yeah, he's putting a submission. That's not going to count. You can put him in a submission all you want. There's no rope breaks either. So you're just going to get reversed. There we go. The Rock fights back. Bobby Lashley, though, no pain whatsoever. Not hurt one bit, despite The Rock. Oh, here we go. The Rock powering out of it. Lovely little reversal. Here we go. Running to get a table. No? Okay, we're going to go back in. The AI do some weird stuff on this, don't they? Powerbomb. Big powerbomb. Big, big powerbomb. But the Enziguri... Oh, right, now. Now it's time to get the table. Yes. I'm glad you agree. Is Bobby also going to get... We're going to get a table each. And we're going to smack each other's table with our table. Now get him. Get it. Oh, he's putting up against the corner. This could be over with. Early. He's blocked it. Big headbutt. Spine buster. Is he going to do it? He isn't going to do the people's elbow. Not yet. Not yet. He doesn't quite know what to do with the second table. It might be too late. Oh, God. They're going to punch around it, aren't they? Bobby. Oh, that was close. I think if you accidentally put them through the table, it counts. I am sure of it. Like, I've accidentally put somebody through a table with a normal move, and it counted. It ended the match. Tables matches don't have to go on very long. He's got him over the table. Is he gonna? Spinebuster! And there it is. And still, WWE World Champion. It is the People's Champion. It is The Rock. With the Spinebuster through the table in the middle of the ring. It didn't last that long. I told you it wouldn't. But I reckon that was still a very good match. The Rock lifting his title aloft. Right, come on. Feed us. What was it? It's a classic. Rivalry complete. There we go. And we got to see the iconic. One of the best ever to do it. The Rock. And there is your winner. A classic match. Rivalry complete. We've got to be happy with that. SmackDown, what have you got for us? Right, you're using the Universal Championship. In a tables match too. At the very beginning, Papa Shango is the winner. He is the new Universal Champion. Level 3 rivalry, so they haven't completed that one yet either. They're using Eric on the promo. That's a bad idea. They've got Andre the Giant versus Ivar. Please punish them for this, because this is Giant versus Giant. And that would not sell for me if I did that. That would be awful. It would be a terrible match. Okay match, rivalry complete. Weird. Mustafa Ali versus Oney Lorcan. Not bad. Wolf and Slapjack, Lorcan and Graham Metalik. So Mustafa Ali's not even in this. But there we go. He wins anyway. There's Oney Lorcan. Tag rivalry up to level 3. Nakamura doing a self promo. Gains you nothing. Oh. Baszler versus Lana though, but it's not for the title. I've got a feeling Becky Lynch might be the champion. They seem to always put it on Becky Lynch anyway. Good match. Rivalry grows to level 3. But the main event is Kacy Catanzaro and Becky Lynch versus Tamina and Natalya for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Now remember, we don't have the Tag Team Championship for our women yet because we only have 3 wrestlers. Becky Lynch is injured, but it is a classic and rivalry complete. Right, okay, so I do think we had a better showing there. We didn't in the mid-card, that end mid-card, but we did have better where you need it to be better. So I think we should be okay, and I think we should pick up the win in this first pay-per-view versus each other. We only gained 209,000 though. We did gain a lot of money, 129,000, but only 209. We're still ranked number 1, 201,000. So we do pick up the win. We don't extend our lead by that much. But for now, we are in the lead, and that is where this episode will end. If the following episode is already out, I will stick it right here so you can watch it. Actually, it's that way. You can watch it right now, and you can just binge watch the series if it's already out. So make sure you do that. Smash a like if you can. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe so you do not miss future episodes. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.